The Back to Nature, Forward to Abundance Summer Summit is happening June 5th to 7th. And I'm so happy today. I have with me the Natural Health Collaborative founder. And this summit, it's presented by the Natural Health Collaborative group here. And I have Cindy Olson, who is the Natural Health Collaborative founder and the energy behind pulling us all together for this Back to Nature, Forward to Abundance Summit so that we can present all the experts' wisdoms, knowledge, accumulated tips, strategies, such an abundance of wealth of knowledge and expertise. So tell a little bit about yourself, about the collaborative, and what you'll be bringing to our summer summit.
Well, the Natural Health Collaborative is really a mission of mine. And the reason it is because I saw that seed savers and people that compost don't even talk to each other. So I was like, how is that possible? And what's fascinating is there's lots of really specialized information, but there's no place where someone can go when they're on learning about some natural health. What would I do? What should I focus on? Any of that. There's no place to go on the web, believe it or not, that you can actually get practical, actionable information to help you make decisions. What am I going to learn about first? So what I think is fascinating is I eat widely. And I have to because I have a disorder that's genetic that I am in constant pain with, but I learned how to process that out of my body. Now, I had to do that by myself. And I don't want people on their health journeys, right, to go through all the difficulties that I did. There's so much more information than there was decades ago when I started out on my journey. But everyone connects with their local area. I actually moved to Southern California so I can grow year round, but not everyone does. Patrice, you live in a beautiful forest that you helped save, right?
Yeah.
And I talked to someone earlier today who is saving part of a rainforest in Costa Rica. So all around the world, people have a different vision of the future. And the Natural Health Collaborative is bringing lots and lots of people together to collaborate, to learn best practices, to learn from each other, and to bring the idea that abundance is what the earth creates. Really quick story. I planted a regrow of a celery about 4 years ago. And I watched that plant and it produced a lot of celery. I, used it. But then I was like, I really want this to get a good root. So we let it go to seed. And it was 1,000 seeds. I couldn't believe it, right? From one plant. So what I want everyone to at least walk away with, and sometimes it's hard because if you live in a city, right, you say, I got no nature around me. I lived in New York City for years. I had lots of nature around me. So I want people to realize wherever they are, connect with their trees, plants, the dogs and cats around you. But I like to say, nourish yourself, replenish our earth to flourish.
That's what this summit's all about. And even like the topic I was chose to speak on is that abundance of nature, but how you can bring it into your life through gardening. And again, it's with that, a package of seeds and you can have an abundance of fresh produce. What specifically are you speaking about?
Well, when I speak, I like to look at the larger picture, but
Okay.
we also have to think about what is going into our body and is it nourishing us.
Yeah.
So listen, I spoke to someone yesterday, for example, and she had Coke and Doritos for breakfast. Okay. So when a person starts like that, right, not connected, living in a city, doesn't know anything about anything, that is a different journey than the journey I take every morning, where I get up and I eat flowers and, fresh herbs and things like that. But I have set up my life to do that. And I don't expect anyone to be able to do that, but it's a journey. Make at least one change. If you can do that, then that would be fantastic.
And people say if you can make just 1% different, one tiny change every day, it accumulates. And before
Right,
you know it, like at the end of the year, you've made 365 changes and then it's easy to incorporate and it's no big deal. And it
right.
really can make quite a difference. And I wanted to emphasize that at the summit, it starts June the 5th, but on June the 7th is the live component where we have all the different experts and uh, coming together as on panel discussion. So you can come, bring your questions, interact with all the folks from the Natural Health Collaborative and let's see what we can do to get folks on their natural health healing journeys and making the world a better place, one tiny bit at a time. Do you have any last
Absolutely.
words, Cindy?
Well, the whole idea of having the panels is because everyone looks at something differently. Your experience of the natural world is different than mine. And what is amazing is it is incredibly local what's available to you. I mean, there are certain universals, and part of the panels is we have people that help with, emotional stability, and so you don't have cravings and all that sort of thing. Then we have people that, like Patrice, you help children grow, but you also help adults, right? Really find ways to make it simple for themselves. I look at each of the panels as people telling us what they're doing, showing the way, answering questions, because you may have a different condition than someone else, right? And maybe a different practical tip will make a difference in your life. So what is wonderful is it's going to be running from 8 in the morning on Saturday the 7th until 3 or a little bit after. And
And
that's
that's
Pacific
Pacific
time,
time. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we have people from around the world, so I have to get people up in Moscow early. But what's wonderful is that we are coming together, we're collaborating. And that's what you can do in your own community. Each of the experts has a different way of looking at the world and from different areas in the world, different climates, different planting zones, right? And they're going to be ready and willing to help you.
There you go, folks. So come and join us for the Back to Nature Forward to Abundance Summit happening June 5th to 7th, and the live component is on June the 7th. So mark your calendars, set that time aside, and come and join us. And hope to see you all there. And thank you, Cindy, for joining us here today.
It was such a pleasure.